So this is like the 7 deadly sins, right? I mean, I've never been great at math, but the big angry one, that's wrath, yeah? And then gluttony, obvi, pride, greed, sloth, lust, who I thought was gonna be way hotter, if I'm being honest. But that's only 6. Where's lucky number 7? Where's little man? Where's envy? Is he just scared of me and my family because we're so awesome? Because I get that. Like the other sins, they get to come out and fight because they're big and strong and scary. But envy, he's just the runt. And that's why all the other sins never invite him out to play, man. Because they all know who'd win. And it's not weak, worthless, ugly envy.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse with your host, the man that would eat a boat full of butts if it was for justice, Carl Charles. And
all right. And I'm the man who tells you that things could be good, but they also can be better. C.Y. Chung.
Who's that?
I mean, Wonder Woman, Maxwell Lord.
Oh yeah, I literally just watched that and I totally forgot that as well.
I didn't say exactly how you said it because I forgot exactly what the term was.
But it was along those lines. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a continue our look at nice, cool, and awesome moments in the deep. I don't know what do you call it? What do you call it? It's not even phase 2. I mean, they don't have phases in the DC universe. But okay, at this point, we're gonna go for Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad. Sorry, yeah. The Suicide. Talk about good moments, memorable stuff. But to be fair, I'm going to say this right. These films I haven't watched multiple times. Not to say I've watched the Marvel films multiple times, though. But when they're on, and you know, it's kind of good. Joining to watching it. These I've seen in the cinema, some of them, and then I kind of have not watched them since.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm not saying they deserve to be watched. I'm just like, you know, if I don't remember too much of it, it's just also the other thing with this is you remember the Marvel ones because they link across to one another.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So like this moment here, but that is this character here and stuff like that. Whereas these are kind of all by themselves separately.
Yeah.
So they're not as necessary a watch or as memorable as if it was one continuous, not one continuous story being told, but something in the background, like a B plot, link it to another thing, and then you're like, oh yeah, it all makes sense, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But it's kind of good that they it's good that they decided to go this way
after trial and tribulation, but yeah,
exactly. So that's a tick on the sheet for being. But I should say, in Aquaman, Jason Momoa's entrance and the submarine bit was really cool. I like walked in there swagging as though he owned that damn submarine, right? Yeah. And they try to shoot me just like bitch, slap, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And Black Manta, who owns Black Manta yet, right?
Yeah.
He gets a cool story about piracy being told to him by his dad, right? How they stole the knife or whatever, right? And then he tries to fight Aquaman, like, right? You're gonna get beat up, but still you're going for it. Good on you, man.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah. Yeah, right. It just shows you how, like, first of all, how powerful Aquaman is against normal man, right? But more like this guy, David Kane, right? It's like, you know, I'm gonna go for him, and it's not like a stupid, always brave. It's just like, you know what? I know even I'm like, I reckon I could take him, right? He's just like, I'll do what I need to do.
Yeah,
try it anyway.
You know what? I'm probably gonna die. I might as well go out with a bang.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the nature of the lopsidedness in David King should be the good guy and Aquaman the bad guy. You know what I mean? As per the battle goes, it's really weird.
Yeah.
When you look at it from that sort of nature.
Yeah.
But he put up a decent fight, actually. Not particularly good one, but...
No.
And I did like how when Aquaman got shot with the grenade, it stunned him for an extended amount of time.
Yeah.
And then when he tries, like, after he's dealt with them, he tries to exit, and they try to hit him one more time and just dodges the grenade, and something drops on top of the dad, and Black Manta's like, save my dad, and Aquaman's like the look at his face is like, you shot me with a grenade, right?
Yeah, it's like,
you
dude, why am I gonna save you if you just trying to kill me?
Yeah,
oh,
but not in a you try to kill me and I'm gonna get revenge. I'm just gonna leave you out of spite way. It's just like, you people just don't care about anything but yourselves. Yeah, you don't deserve to live, sort of thing. Obviously, he bites him in the back later. What's good as well about that is that he bites him in the back later on, and he acknowledges it as well.
Yeah, which in like lots of films they tend not to do that.
Yeah, and then because yes, it's his fault. He could have just saved the dad, and less. They would have less of a situation later on. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or whatever, but in this situation, when you apply it in that sort of storytelling, yeah, how many people did Batman kill in Batman vs Superman, right?
Yeah,
and he doesn't, no acknowledgement whatsoever. I murdered all of these. I'm exaggerating, of course, but it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I murdered all these people in my car, and what? All right.
Yeah, okay, man. But who said they died?
Yeah, no, but my point is,
I get you mean.
I said it, you know, but yeah, so that's cool. I found Black Manta actually to be really, like, it's just like, yeah, I will pop up anywhere to disrupt the film.
Yeah.
No matter where you least expect me to be, I'm just gonna be.
Yeah, he has like no chill. It's literally just like, la, I'm here now. You know, oh, why?
Yeah. It was like Jason Voorhees or Jason Statham in Fast and Furious 7, where he's just like, no matter what's going on, I'm here.
Yeah, you're like, oh, why?
yeah, I'm here to fight, and that is all.
You're like, oh, just leave me alone, dude. Nope.
I thought, funny enough, I thought he was gonna make an appearance in the finale as well, because when Allman and Aquaman are fighting to be the ruler of Atlantis, I thought Black Manta was just gonna jump in there, throw his hat in, and go, "Yo, I'm here to fight again."
Yeah, and the thing is, if he did turn up, I wouldn't be like, "That's weird," but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the ruler of Atlantis or something like that. You know, yeah, it'd have been funny, but it would have been a bit weird. It
would be weird, but we're like, Bible. You know what I mean? Like, it's
makes sense for the character.
Yeah, he's put himself across that way the whole film. It's like, oh, okay, good on you, dude.
Yeah,
help everyone. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, the chase sequence. There was a chase sequence in that. Where were they?
In Italy?
Yeah, it looked like Italy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
can't
Italy.
remember. Yeah. That action chase sequence was pretty cool.
Yeah, we're just like running through the building and people standing there like, hey, what?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Fast and Furious 10 stole from that. Not 10. The last one, 9, stole from that. When they're having that little chase scene sort of through Edinburgh, and I think Vin Diesel does the same sort of thing.
Well, here's the thing. I believe Aquaman could do it because he's superhuman.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also believe Vin Diesel could do it because he's superhuman.
He's Vin Diesel as
well. Yeah. Well, Dominic Toretto, anyways. Right? Yeah. Vin Diesel, the actor might not be able to, but Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, he's a god at this point. So yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool sequence as well, where the Atlanteans in their suits weren't able to breathe, and they had to be like, and they could be disabled in like if you break the screen protectors.
Yeah.
And one guy got his screen protector broken and we just ran towards the toilet.
Yeah, and he dunked his head in the toilet. Like,
yeah, that was funny.
That makes sense.
Yeah, the bit where Aquaman had to rescue the because they're causing damage, these people, the Atlanteans, right? And Aquaman had to rescue a little girl from the bell that was falling from the church.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I like
yeah, well, look, Momoa makes Aquaman look so cool. And it's not like, oh, he is like the king of Atlantis or something. Or he's like, yes, the inverse Black Panther. This is what this story he told here is. Because it was like in Black Panther where Michael B. Jordan, the outsider, comes to take over the throne to help his people, right?
Yeah.
Even though his way of thought was completely out of line.
Yeah.
Well, to a certain degree. Here's like the king of Atlantis is being trying to be being a bit of a tyrant, and they need the outsider to take over.
Yeah, who doesn't want to be anything to do with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite a. Literally, this is the invert because, like Black Panther, he got introduced in a movie that wasn't his movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah. There's how Queen Atlanta had her fight with the
right.
people that were coming to after her.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, some cool. I like the action in this movie. It's cool.
It's a really good film.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I said to you, this film made $1 billion plus, right? Would you believe me?
Yes.
All right. I wouldn't. I watched it. I was like, you know what? It's fun, right?
Yeah.
But a mega blockbuster movie that makes this amount of money, I didn't expect it to be. This film was better than I expected, right? But I did not expect it to make $1 billion plus.
I don't know. I think reason why because after seeing this came out before Shazam, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my logic makes no sense. But anyway, because of like the tone they went with is like, you know what, we're not going to do dark and dingy. It's going to be sort of bright, colourful, sort of happy.
Yeah.
And I think the people went to see it first, like, you know what, it's not like the others. And then people went and saw it, and I think that's probably why it made that much money. Yeah,
I have to say as well, what's good is the CGI is pretty well done. Even though you could say like a movie of this nature does kind of need them wacky under the water, under the sea sort of things going on.
Yeah,
you had the octopus playing the drums.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what's that about? But whatever, you just let it slide and continue. And the amount of CG they had to do in the final fight as well underwater. Yeah. Dolph Lundgren was pretty good in this as well.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's another person who's played two characters in the same universe. Well, not same universe, but in the same comic book franchise. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
He was in Arrow, innit, as some dude.
As Dolph Lundgren, according to us, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah. So I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it. It's much more fun than I thought it was going to be, and I'm glad it was embraced a bit of it, like how the nature of what it was. It actually had a story that was pretty serious, but as you know, because it was not a comedy or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
It's not super tricky. But you got Momoa, he does, as the character playing Aquaman, is not taking everything super seriously, but just be like, why am I here doing this stuff? Right?
Yeah.
But it's the right thing to do that, so I should do it because it could be worse if I don't do anything. And then you got crazy, like, fighting seahorses and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
great.
It was like, we're just gonna do whatever, and everyone's gonna accept it, which they do.
Yeah.
So good on them.
I'm trying to think other favorite parts I liked in this film. I did enjoy the reveal of Ocean Master's costume.
Yeah,
because I like that costume. To me, I don't know. That's like one of the most perfect comic book accurate costumes to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty sudden looking costume.
Because it's so like, even in the comics, the costume's really just like stands out for being weird. And because they pulled it off in the film, like, you know what? I enjoy that.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, but I like that.
Yeah.
Other bits. The underwater boat chase scene was pretty cool.
Underwater boat chase scene?
After... Wait, is it a boat chase scene?
Oh, you mean the... Yeah, whatever they are. The underwater whatever they are. I want to say the submarines, but not submarines.
Yeah. Even I was sitting there all the time like... First, I was like, why would they need that if they can all swim? But then it's like, why do we need cars when we can walk? So then my mind got over it. Like, oh, that makes sense to get places faster. Duh.
And I have to say, I mean, it was kind of cool to see Aquaman basically just jump out of the plane.
Yeah, that bit was cool.
Even though Captain America could survive it, right?
Yeah.
Even though he went in water. Aquaman did it the other way around, and he was even higher. He went not into water, he would have survived if he hit water blatantly, right? But he was just going into the desert.
But that made me laugh. I was like, that's funny, but wait.
Yeah, yeah.
But also what made me laugh was the song choice. Like, really? You're using this?
Yeah.
A remix version of Toto's Africa with Pitbull.
Yep.
You've taken one of the world's favourite songs and given it to a rapper that a lot of people don't like.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? Lots of things.
Let me point out this, by the way. So one of my friends who didn't see Aquaman was saying to me, what's the most kind of impressive feat in here? And I was like, well, actually, Aquaman's most impressive feat was in Justice League, where he took a punch by Superman and he got sent flying and he didn't destroy him.
Yeah.
Because in here, like, oh, it's fun and everything like that, but no one's to that power level of Superman where, you know, and Arthur never had to take such hits. I'm just gonna say the pressure of the water about where he went into when he, you know, could have killed him, but no, a punch of Superman should have destroyed him. Not saying that he should have destroyed him. What I'm saying is, if he could take that, nothing in here can hurt
really
him too much.
Phase him, really, can it?
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, it probably is, because there's nothing really other than that super impressive. Not saying that he doesn't do anything cool in the film, but like now you point that bit out, nothing else he does in the film is like super like, oh wow, I can't believe Aquaman did this.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Onto that. Oh, by the way, what do you think of the armor? I was like, it's a bit okay. I don't know what it is, right, with these sort of DC, like, okay, in the Marvel universe, right? I know I'm only comparing for the sake of direct costume to superhero costume to costume, okay?
Yeah.
The Marvel universe don't have six-packs drawn on their costumes, right? All the time.
Yeah.
Whereas here, like, everyone's costume seems to have some sort of six-pack-ish shape or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's armor. Why would it have a six-pack, especially since if you're crouching or bending or stuff like that, you know? Yeah. I mean, well, Superman's costume got a six-pack. Why? Right? Why has it got muscle form on it as well? Yeah, but whatever. Aquaman, like Batman's suit has got the sections that are like a six-pack, and it's just like, yeah, but he doesn't need that. Flash has got a bit like a six-pack, and Aquaman's gold armor, like the Atlantean armor that, you know, to signify he's the king of Atlantis, got a six-pack formation. And it's like he doesn't need the chest bit. Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's just like, why does these costumes have a six-pack? It makes no sense.
Yeah, you know, I didn't notice it until literally you brought it up. I'm looking at it now, like, why?
I mean, the suits in Suicide Squad didn't have a six-pack, and they look sweet. Anyways, wait, shifting on to, what did you think of the actual Aquaman costume?
You know what? This is one of the costumes I thought wouldn't work on film. That's why they changed it in Justice League.
Yeah.
And then when I actually saw it in the movie, I was like, you know what? I like it.
Yeah,
it's not too orange.
Yeah. The thing is, it's all right, but I think the Justice League one looks better.
I don't know.
Only because it looked like more, like you say, more as a modification of something like that. Whereas this gold orange armor was like, wow, that's something. You know, that's something right there. It looked all right. Don't get me wrong, right? It did look like fish scales, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it had to be more form-fitting or kind of, not necessarily form-fitting, but more texture to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Or ridges or something like that, just to give it more shape rather than literally it is this fish scales or chainmail, whatever you want to call it, over a body shape torso piece, you know? Because Captain America had the chainmail armor at the end. Yeah. And it didn't look like it just chainmail armor, you know? But anyways, it looked. That was that. Sorry, that was comic accurate.
Yeah, strange. Like I said, strangely it was. I was like, oh, okay, I enjoy it.
Oh, but the way they got to it was actually made sense as well.
Yeah.
The King of Atlantis has this suit, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was like literally, I mean, you have a bright orange suit and expect people to take your film seriously. If he starts off in one, when he gets it and it's a treasured item or something, you're like, all right, I've set the tone for it.
Yeah, I can buy it now. Yeah, it's just like if he just appeared at the beginning of it with that costume, I'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah. And the fact that he looks kind of silly, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
But it is actually meaningful to a degree. You're like, all right.
I can buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I accept it.
Like I said, though, as soon as you saw Ocean Master's costume, like, you know what, anything could work in this universe.
Oh, yeah, but Ocean Master's costume looks so much... I want to say so much better because I think it's probably... There was shapes to it and different colours and contrasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Though, I have to say, in the final battle... If you ask me which dude stood out more, if you ask me which dude, if I'm standing like 800 miles away, which guy I can see, I can definitely see Aquaman. Bright orange dude can't miss.
Yeah, because he's the king of Atlantis. Yeah.
All right. On to Shazam.
Shazam.
I really enjoyed this film, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be slightly different to what I was seeing. I thought it was going to be more superhero big, which it kind of is, but it kind of also isn't.
Yeah.
I have to say that it's funny because the guy playing Billy Batson had more dramatic scenes than Zachary Levi when he was playing Shazam.
Yeah.
Because when he was playing Shazam, he got all more kind of bright and colourful.
Yeah.
But this boy had to deal with like abandonment and whatnot. So he got to do more of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
as a guy with less acting experience.
Yeah, it's quite a dark film for a kid's thing. Not a kid's film, for like a kid hero. It's quite like the things he got to deal with. Like, that's quite.
Yeah, okay. A cool moment, not that thing, is when he finally finds his mum, and his mum's like, "I left you for a reason."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oof," but at the same time, it just was like he did. If he got a happy ending there, it'd have been a bit.
Yeah, too cookie cutter sort of.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like nice that the writers decided not to do that.
Yeah.
Especially since her and I think it kind of the way it come across is like she did right actually because her life looked like it was falling apart just then as well.
Yeah.
And she was talking about the dude who's been out of jail a couple of times now. You know, so I was like, oof, yeah. Yeah, I like how he was trying to, testing his powers and that stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was fun.
Like when he's charging people's phones. Your phone's charged. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And when his buddy's like, when Freddie Freeman's like, let's test if you can teleport, and then he just changes the thing to like a set of CV's fireproof instead.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's a good film.
What
other bits? I did like the mall fight with him and Dr. Is it Dr. Savannah?
Savannah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. How he thinks he can handle anything, and then he's like, boom, and then he just decides to run, and like, that's fair enough. You are a little kid after all. It does make sense.
Yeah.
And Dr. Savannah being like the Terminator, just walking through, just wading towards him.
Yeah,
but he's smart as well, though, because he's just like, I can't. Obviously, I'm not going to try and defeat this guy because he's beat me up, right?
Yeah.
I'll just hide in the crowd and turn back to normal.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah, I was like, okay, fair enough.
Clever.
I don't expect you to fight someone you can't fight.
No.
I was just like, how's he gonna get away?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like how a cool scene, even though whatever, right?
Yeah.
Is when after he got rejected by his mum, and then his true fams, is in trouble with the Batsons, right? No, he's already Batsons. The other family, right?
Yeah.
His adopted family, and he just jumps off the rooftop and shouts Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
That looked cool.
Yeah, I actually thought that was going to be the end for the film. Like the little sequence at the end. towards the end of it, where it's like, oh yeah, the whatever the film's done, and then there's a new danger, like whatever new danger. You know when it's like you got the Spider-Man swinging in the streets.
I was about to say, yeah, like every ending of a Spider-Man film. Yeah,
exactly. Otherwise, he's gonna run off the rooftop and shout Shazam, and then it'd be like, yeah. Okay. I liked as well how Dr. Savannah. You could see how he became the way he is.
Yeah. He had
motivation. Mark Strong is actually really good.
Say again?
Mark Strong is really good.
Yeah, he's really good at him. Yeah.
I did like how he's just acting. He's not super hammy at all.
No.
But you know that inside, I don't know what it's like, whether he just wants to be super hammy, but he just it's like really cold. Because it's like his actions are there.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like when he gets his villain speeches.
My favorite one is.
Go on.
My favorite one of his villain speeches when they're flying.
Yeah.
And he's shouting. He's saying something to Billy, or to Shazam, and he's like, "Dude, I'm too far away. I can't hear you."
And then it flips back, and Mark Strong's still continuing his speech.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no, that's the first time in any film, superhero film, they've done something like that. Because it's true. How was this guy who's like half a city block away saying something to you and you're replying?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of knocking fun at like Superman when you think about it as well. Like him and
he's got super hearing, so
maybe
he can hear the other person, but the other person can't hear him.
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man. That's it. You know, like in the first Spider-Man film when Green Goblin's got Mary Jane, and he's saying Spider-Man, you got to choose from this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's not in ear distance to hear any of this, but yet they're having a conversation.
You got wind in New York as well. You got the traffic. Yeah. He's on the bridge.
So it's like, that makes no sense. But, all right, sure. Oh, superhero films are funny.
Yeah. I do like how at the end.
Yeah.
Where Billy's like, Dr. Vanna's like, I've got your adopted siblings here with the 7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
And I could destroy them. Well, you transfer your power to me because I want to be the champion. And then he's like, oh, I've got a game plan. He pushes Dr. Vanna away.
Yeah.
Tells the kids to come along and say his name.
Yeah.
Right? To transform. And they say Billy. They say Shazam. But yeah, then it was cool when they became the Shazamily, as they call it, the Shazam family.
You know, I did not see that bit coming.
No, I thought they were going to wait at least the second movie or something.
Yeah, so I was kind of like, oh, that's a surprise to me. Cool, I'm okay with this. Huh.
Yeah. And I think some of the casting was really spot on for the older versions of the younger kids.
Yeah.
And how some of them they get their powers adapted to whatever they were kind of more proficient at.
Yeah.
Yes, or less proficient in some cases, because Freddie Freeman couldn't, because it's not particularly mobile, but yet flying seemed to be the best ability he had.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's all cool stuff. Sorry?
I'm looking forward to seeing the second one.
Yeah, me too. Because the costume, I have to say, the costumes look too bulky, but except for Mary Marvel's, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's because they had the lightning, the lightning on the chest that had to light up.
Yeah.
So you need the mechanics behind that. They're not exactly like you see the Black Lightning costume. They're not small.
No.
I think they learned their lesson there because they were saying that thing kept on being a bit finicky.
Yeah, that's why in later seasons they kind of changed it to be more like slimline, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean the Shazam costume, not the. Yeah. No, I mean the Black Lightning costume has the lightning light up on it as well, but the next set of Shazam costumes don't have the light up lightning bolt on it anymore.
No, it don't do they? No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I like this movie made a lot of sense for the characters and stuff like that. And like, yes, you might think that they're kids and it might be not necessarily annoying, but it's just like they're all been left behind by their actual families.
Yeah.
So it's like, they kind of just try to be
their own family, sort of.
Yeah. And whether okay, Billy Batson kind of didn't like it, but it's just like none of these kids want to be like the way they are.
No, but they've like sort of come to terms with it and made the best out of a crappy situation.
Yeah. And then in the end, of course, Billy learns his lesson as well. Yeah, and they all become like they will become like the Fast Furious family. Yeah.
Yeah. Family.
Yeah, exactly.
But with actual powers.
Like Vin Diesel's their dad, you know. But yeah, no, I liked it. I kind of like the Superman cameo at the end where they didn't show his head because that's a good troll move.
Yeah, same.
I found it funnier because I didn't get infuriated because you didn't see your head, but I actually found it really funny. It was just like when Roman Reigns came out number 30 in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I was like, you bunch of trolls, ingenious. Even though I don't know if they wanted to do that or not, you know.
But yeah, I got you mean. I was like, that's the best way to do it. Just make people angry.
No. It'll just be like, okay, we you know.
Yeah.
I'm like one of those where you got one over on me. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I like that. I was alright with that. Because I think if you if you saw his face, I think it wouldn't have been as a good ending. Not like it wouldn't have had the same impact.
Yeah.
And plus, that kind of leaves it is this still in the same universe? Is it not? Who knows? Sort of thing.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
they don't actually know at this point anymore. So, yeah. Can't wait for the second one. Good film.
Yeah. So yeah. Cool stuff. I like Mr. Minder's also in it at the end of the cameo.
Yeah.
Cameo. Like, wow, that's wacky, but let's see how this works.
But you know what? Now, because it's its own little thing, I reckon in this universe it could work.
Yeah.
Because say they went a dark route, it would have been weird to see.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I finding it's like, okay, some of the stuff takes place at nighttime, right? But it's not like it's dark for the sake of being dark. I think it might take place at nighttime because sometimes special effects, right, are better in the dark because you don't because you don't then see the flaws too much. Because they do the 7 deadly sins and stuff like that, and I don't know that the budget on this film wasn't as huge as some superhero films were.
Yeah, of course.
So it was like not nighttime for the sake of darkness. It's like darkness to not hide crappy CG, but just kind of blend a bit more.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of more of a brighter film, so
a much brighter, light-hearted, happy-go-lucky film. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did like how it was more like, Billy just looking for. Okay, yes, it's kind of cliche, but Billy's looking for his family, and he ends up with the family that that wanted him.
Yeah, the family he didn't know he wanted.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I like the guy, the adopted mother, the people playing the adopted mother and father. They had jokes as well, but they were also serious. And it's like you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see these two looking after a whole bunch of kids that kind of, you know.
Yeah, because they had their own little backstory, like they were adopted or whatever as well, and they wanted help. Yeah, so it's all viable.
And I like that the dad was a bit like a little bit goofy as well.
Yeah.
You know. All right. Birds of Prey, 2020.
Yep.
Yeah, not the TV series.
No. Which I thought was okay, but yeah.
I by the way, okay, sidetrack here. I have seen the TV series.
Yeah.
I can't remember how memorable it was, but I have watched it.
Like, well, a quick side tangent, as we're honest.
Yeah.
I remember enjoying it when it first came out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it has aged well, which I'm probably sure it hasn't.
Yeah. Because it probably looks super cheap now.
Yeah. I don't really want to ruin the somewhat good memory I have of it, so you know what I mean? That's not wanna.
All right, but I you know what, I like this film. It was fun. It was like a very low budget version of an superhero movie, an entertaining one of that. They just like scale it down and everything looks the way it looks. Right, it doesn't need to be grand or epic, right?
No.
But it had good action. The action sequences were pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun and over the top.
Yeah.
It worked within the confines of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I did really like how some of the fights were quite inventive because look who's fighting, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did like how the introduction, like they got characters here that you'd be like, okay, they're kind of a bit weird to put together.
Yeah.
And also, they should probably be a bit more serious. But the way they play is like they're too serious for this film. Like Huntress.
Yeah. But I like how they make that a joke as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're so serious that it's actually funny compared to everything else. Yeah, the bow and arrow killer. It's a crossbow, damn it.
Yeah. And when she's practicing a speech in the mirror.
Yeah.
That was a good little bit.
Yeah. I think the ladies did really well here. Yeah.
I have small gripes with the film, but it's not that many, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a fun romp. Is the best way I could put this film.
Yeah.
Right. It knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like, and you're watching a fight film, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sorry, you're watching an action film. So, yeah. What you know? Why? Tell me what some of your small gripes of this.
One of the small gripes I would say is, the Cassie Kane stuff.
Oh yeah.
Why make her Cassie Kane?
Could it? Yeah. That character? Yeah.
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 And the other gripe I sort of have, and it's nothing to do with the film, it's more marketing.
Yeah.
Is why call it Harley? Was it
Birds of Prey and the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
The Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my problem. Like, why would you call it that? Just call it Birds of Prey.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, all Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, because really it's marketed on her.
But even then, you didn't need to put Birds of Prey and like she's a member of Birds of Prey, not that they're like a tag on. You know what I mean? Because then it kind of makes her not feel like she's a part of the team. Yeah. I get it for marketing reasons. Put Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Marketing reasons, yeah. Well, they could have just done Gotham City Sirens, but then people go to like, where's Poison Ivy?
Catwoman, that stuff, and
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I also have to say I liked the interaction between Rosie Perez and Ali Wong, as they used to be in a relationship, but they weren't, but they were kind of bickering, but not really in the police office.
That was funny.
Yeah, because as soon as they interacted with each other, you could tell like something was happening, and they acknowledge it, but like you could tell right away the tension was there.
Yeah, like, ooh, someone dumped someone.
Yeah. I thought like Rosie Perez was actually good as Renee Montoya.
Yeah, same.
I thought Renee Montoya was going to be a much younger character.
Yeah,
but I accept it because she's just so damn.
Bitter.
I don't want to say flashy, but it's just like kind of commanding.
Yeah,
and kind of like I'm in on the joke.
Yeah, so I like that about it. I like that. I did like the fight at the fight in the amusement park was pretty good as well.
Yeah.
And you can also see the late Shad Gaspar in there as well. He's
really?
Henchman. Yeah, he's one of the henchmen in the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that. See, I like how low key this film was in some ways. Because it wasn't even though it built towards the finale, which was with the cars and all this stuff, and the battle inside the funhouse, kind of.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't one of those where the world was at stake and they had to do whatever against the machine of what didn't need to be. It wasn't a CGI spectacle fest. It was just very straightforward. Catch the bad guy and beat him up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't catch, how did she kill him in the end?
How did she kill him in the end?
I think she shot him, right?
I can't remember. I feel bad for not remembering. I think so.
Here's the thing: I would actually like to watch this film again. I just didn't get a chance to.
Because I've seen it more than once. I just can't remember the end bit.
I think I found funny enough, I found this one to be one of the more enjoyable films, but that's because I guess I was like, you know what? It because for what it was made for, it was exactly that, You
could tell they took influence from Deadpool in this film as well, because like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The fourth wall, slight fourth wall breaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think that kind of they took the template, right? Not necessarily they took the template and made it better. That's not the case. They took the template and did their own spin on it, because they knew what they took what worked. They knew what worked and modified it for their film. Yeah. Not a straight copy because it is different. No. But it's like you learn from someone else's film.
Yeah, and you adapt.
Yeah. So she threw him off the Black Mask off the pier with the grenades.
There we go. That's it.
But I'm this sort of movie for this sort of, when you say they take the template off Deadpool, is that they're similar characters where they just don't take anything seriously enough.
Yeah.
Right. And they're very loose cannon.
Yeah. So
the stuff they do, you're like, it's black comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you shouldn't be doing none of that. But it's funny because you do. And the way you do it is just so out of order.
Sorry. And, well, the beginning I liked as well, when she took the truck and blew up, I think it's Ace Chemicals by accident.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Like,
I did that as well. They had the joke in it, but they didn't have the joke in it.
Yeah.
That was good. Because it's like, okay, we couldn't, but then we'll do the way we have to do it to make the story work. And she had a jackal as well that she called Bruce, which is a bit funny.
Yeah.
I did like as well that they used someone like Black Mask, because they need to have... in this film, you should probably use someone like a lower tier version of a villain.
Yeah.
Because they're not likely to use him as in yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was alright with that. It was a unique choice, a unique take on Black Mask as well. So
yeah. Flamboyant, but not too. It's like one of those things where you're like, is he tipping the scales one way or the other? That's the way. Yeah.
I was alright with that.
Yeah.
It could have used a bit more Black Canary if I was honest, but because like I'm trying to think about now, like what does she actually do in this film?
But the thing is, not to say people get shortchanged in this film anyways, but you know how Cassie Kane didn't need to be Cassie Kane.
Yeah.
But like Canary wasn't bad as this version of Black Canary.
No,
when I say it wasn't bad, one means I liked what they did with her.
Yeah.
It was different.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
They could have did a tiny bit more, I think, like with her.
They did kind of build it to the Sonic Scream as well, so...
Yeah, that was cool. Oh, okay. Because I was sitting there the whole time like, is she going to do it? Is she going to do it? Like, oh, yeah, she did it. Awesome. That's good.
Yeah. Nice stuff. All right.
And
Wonder
Victor
Woman...
Zsasz. Sorry, and Victor Zsasz was in this, which was quite hilarious. It took me a while to figure out it was him, but yeah.
Yeah. Wonder Woman 84.
84.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, some really... okay, first of all, as you noted, this film's become very bright and colourful.
Yeah.
And this was like really bright and colourful as a DC film. And I was like, oh, yeah. I like the way this film looks on a technical scale.
Yeah, it's very pretty looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The action scenes were pretty good as well here. Yeah, I like how they make use of her. Like, obviously, she's quite overpowered, right, against normal people. Right?
Yeah.
But what she does and how she does it is pretty good to see.
You know what? You saying that? You know what I kind of like about this film as well? How they depowered her for certain bits of the film.
Exactly.
Well.
I was going to get that as well. When she makes her wish, and she kind of she powers down, and then when Barbara Minerva makes her wish, and she powers up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I want to be like Diana. Not then Diana's Wonder Woman, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then, and then when they have their battle, she disappears for ages, right?
Yeah.
And then she makes an appearance in the White House where Maxwell Lord is trying to be like president. Yeah, he's just come out of nowhere. Well, Diana's starting to be less potent.
Yeah.
Right. I think she got hit by a bullet or something like that.
Yeah, in the shoulder, and that's when Steve's like, "Your powers are fading." She's like, "No."
Yeah, exactly. And then they had the cool sequence where Barbara's just basically making up. they're kind of like the power levels are dipping as the other ones is going up.
Yeah.
And they actually make sure of the difference. And yeah, Barbara could have Wonder Woman tries to do the double band wristband, whatever she does, right?
Yeah.
The DX cross.
Yeah.
And Barbara Nova just runs right through it. And that just shows you how depowered she was.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and Wonder Woman was left there just like, not what have I done to myself, but just be like, it all comes with a price.
Yeah. Which was good.
Yeah, and then when basically they had the rematch in with the Wonder Woman's armor, like the eagle armor. Firstly, it was like, okay, fair enough, you're depowered, right?
Yeah. And
therefore, you're starting to get depowered, and therefore you need the armor to boost you up, you know. But it was like at a certain point, okay, she was using it well, and then when she went to fight Cheetah, who evolved into a cheetah at this point, a female,
the apex predator.
Yeah, just tore away her armor. It was like, well, okay, that's that then.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. It's like, when that bit happened, I was like, so maybe that story was telling you how that armor was so strong was a lie.
No. Remember, it's a superhuman beyond the powers of a Wonder Woman, of an Amazon now.
Yeah.
But beyond a power of the demigod as well at this point, because Diana's a demigod, not just an Amazon.
Yeah, true. But it's maybe like think of the real 300 story, like how apparently, and like when you think about it, probably because over the years stories people add on bits of story to make it sound more grand than it is.
Yeah,
it made me think of that as like, so I bet you there was only like 5 people beating up this Amazonian, and that's why Armor was able to withstand that, rather than the story that she was told.
Yeah.
Like, oh, someone lied, but
well,
it makes sense what you said, the demigod thing.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her.
I did like as well how she had to renounce Steve. That
was quite sad.
Yeah. It was quite well done. I was like, so Steve Trevor was only there for like a certain section of the movie. I don't even know. I want to say it's like a 2.5 hour movie, right?
Yeah.
Or more, it's like more than that, right?
Yeah, slightly more than
that. And he didn't make an appearance till an hour plus, right? About 50 minutes in.
Yeah,
maybe, or something like that. And then he disappeared before the finale, like the final 45 minutes of it.
Yeah.
So he was only in like a third of this film.
Yeah, like out of the 2.5 hour movie, he'd probably in it like an hour.
Yeah.
If that.
But it built to that point, like when he came and then they kind of rebuilt their relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he had to go, and he was like, you have to let me go, because if you don't, you can't get the power to save the world and stuff like that. I was like, oh, Steve Trevor, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a. I even sort of like how they brought him back, because when I heard he was coming back for sequels, like, how does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are they gonna put like a Bucky Barnes thing where he didn't really die? This happened.
Well, my logic was, but it's not. Obviously, it's different now.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be the Martian Manhunter, as in Steve Trevor died there, yeah. But then Martian Manhunter took his identity later on, or whatever, and the reveal that would be that he's not actually Steve Trevor. Yeah. No, Steve Trevor was Steve Trevor in Wonder Woman 1, right? But this Steve Trevor would have been, but they didn't go that way. It was just like, how can you conveniently have a guy who's dead come back?
Yeah. So that the wish thing made sense. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then when she runs off, she runs and doesn't look back.
Yeah.
And she starts to fly.
Or she starts to speed up, and then she starts to fly. Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah, she jumps, she runs, she jumps, and she kind of like. It's more like a delayed fall, but then it's not. It turns into an actual flight.
Yeah.
And she puts her wraps her suit around lightning.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know whether it's practical or not, or whatever. Yeah, it sure looked cool.
It looked amazing. I had many questions, but it looked amazing.
Oh yeah, the sequence where her and Steve Trevor are trying to get to the trucks. It's a kind of truck chase.
Yeah.
She's out running the trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she has to rescue a little kid.
That was cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I also liked how Maxwell Lord was done here, where he's Maxwell Alonso.
Yeah.
And he was a kind of, not a con man, but kind of a con man. He didn't start off one, but he had become one.
Yeah.
And then when he goes back to his base of operations, you could just see everything's already falling apart.
Yeah.
But he's a smart one because he's like, get the gemstone to create the wishes, right?
Yeah.
But then if I become the gemstone, I can grant the wishes.
Yeah. I thought,
I'm like,
okay.
ooh, okay. So does that mean, by the way, when you wish for the gemstone to become you, so then now does that mean everyone can have second wishes because the gemstone is no longer the gemstone?
Maybe.
The gemstone that grants wishes is no longer the thing that grants wishes. You are the thing that grants wishes.
Yeah.
Therefore.
Yeah, because then wouldn't the rules, like you say, wouldn't the rules change?
Yeah, but no, but he's smart because then he uses the rules for them. He just asks them a question.
Yeah.
And then if they say yes, he's like, well, your wish is granted, even though it's not them granting the wish. It's him asking them something, leading them in that direction, and then saying, well, yes, that would benefit me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, that's actually quite a great slimy move. Yeah.
And that kind of a good take on, like, you know how in the comics he's telepathic, in it?
He's got some mind powers, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, that's sort of technically justifying the way of having his sort of powers in a comic.
Yeah.
So I was alright.
I mean, it didn't need to be Maxwell Lord. It could have been like Dr. Psycho or whoever, right?
Yeah.
But Dr. Psycho would have been too on the nose as a character, I reckon.
Yeah. Way too on
Yeah.
the nose, isn't it?
Oh, it could have been like, you know, like you got someone like Dr. Phil, who's not really a doctor, yeah?
Yeah.
An analyst, right?
Yeah.
And then the crowd, the people that he's, you know, the people that don't believe don't believe in him as a doctor could call him quote unquote Dr. Psycho, you know, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a nickname that he turns into his villain name.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. All right.
His powers is telepathic persuasion. So yeah. So basically what you just basically explained by like talking someone into making that wish. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I like how this movie went. This movie made sense, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And if you don't think about it too much, where certain things are like, well, that's kind of like a bit Steve Trevor possessing someone else's body, even though he didn't do it, and Diana didn't do it on purpose. Just like some random dude was out of his body for like, you know, extended amount of time. Where did his actual, you know, mentality go, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have done it in the way where, but then it'd be really creepy if Steve Trevor just came back from the dead.
Yeah, and then
they would have just had to skirt that.
Yeah, because it would have been like you couldn't do his corpse, really, could you? Because he got blown up. So that's when I was like, you can't really talk about his corpse.
Yeah. And I did like the way that Steve Trevor come back, right?
Yeah.
The dude that his body possessed didn't get much development, right?
Yeah.
And I like that in the way that, because if they actually built him as something, it'd have been much worse.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, whatever this guy had, family or kids or whatever, right?
Yeah.
As long as he didn't have anything that not worth mentioning, but the story doesn't show anything, you don't feel worse for that. What happens?
Yeah, of course.
Like when you know, where did his soul go? Where did he disappear to? You know what I mean?
What happened to him?
Yeah.
Good film. I liked it.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. No, nothing else I can really think about.
Cool.
Good film.
Nice. The Suicide Squad. Squad. Yeah, amazing film. This one, I really enjoyed it.
Probably one of my favorite of the DC movies.
Yeah, this is a black comedy all around. There's so much amazing stuff that happens here.
Yeah.
I like how the entire half the squad gets murdered. They're actually legit sent there to be cannon fodder.
Yeah.
And you didn't expect them to die, but then again, it's not. It's like there's a reason it calls a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The one that caught me was surprised though was Captain Boomerang. Like we said in the when we reviewed it, that one did catch me on surprise. Like, oh wow, you killed him off.
Yeah,
that's risky.
Some of the others though, I wasn't surprised because their powers are just so dumb. But they embraced the silliness when you had TDK.
Yeah.
And he's just like getting his arms over there while he's just like, oh, what?
Yeah.
So stupid. What kind of,
Oh.
And then he's getting shot when his arms are having a spasm over there.
Yeah, that was dope. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Idris Elba was really cool here. Like, he just came up, he's like a man with so much swag.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Cena was really funny.
Yeah. Standout.
Over the top. He was like, where you got the guy who's the true number one, right? And then you got the guy who's the number two trying to outdo the number one.
Yeah.
That's what it was, but that's what made it comedic.
Because even my favourite part is like at the beginning when he meets when Bloodsport meets Peacemaker and he goes, "Hey, that's exactly what I could do." He goes, "Yeah, but I'm better."
Yeah, and then when they have the bit when they go to the quote unquote enemy base.
Yeah.
And start murdering people like it's like showing off to each other.
Yeah. And then you find out.
Yeah. They actually the people that associate a system, they murdered them all.
Yeah, you're like, oh, they were dead when we got here, sort of thing.
Yeah. I did like how Harley Quinn, they showed the Harley vision, if you know what I mean, like how everything to her is like flowers and petals. She's stabbing a dude, and instead of blood splurting out of him, it's like, flowers. Oh yeah, just yeah. I mean, it totally shows how psychotic she is. And then she breaks herself out. She sees them trying to break in to the place that she was there. And she goes over there and was like, guys, what are we doing? What are we breaking in here? She's like, all right.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, Polka Dot Man was cool for what he was doing. Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
This guy? All right, fair enough. But he got a kind of a tragic backstory that wasn't hyper serious, but worked in like how he was created. The mum was experimenting on him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just imagined like everyone's his mum, and he goes to kill her. And then it's when he's dancing in the club being drunk, and then everyone in the club is his mum. Yeah. And then when he fights Starro at the end.
Yeah. That was good. He's deaf. I didn't see. I like
how,
either.
Yeah, Starro the Conqueror out of nowhere. Like you wouldn't expect things to be so crazy.
No,
but it is a very enjoyable silliness.
Yeah, very very good film.
Trying
to think. I did enjoy the fight between Peacemaker and Rick Flag.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. The ending, again, the name of the film kind of gives it away anyway, but I was like, oh, didn't expect him to kill Flag. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Flag would be in a sequel if there was one, but no, because he's dead. But then that led into Peacemaker series, so I was like, I get it, what they're doing there. That was good.
I did like how one of the best sequences that I watched again was where the building's falling down.
Yeah.
Like in the finale. And you got Polka Dot Man, Harley Quinn, and Bloodsport leaping across. Yeah. And Bloodsport's grapple doesn't quite, comes off the building.
Yeah.
So then he lands proper in like a super pose, right?
Yeah.
But because the building's all rocking, falling apart, every time he lands, he drops to the next platform, to the next platform, to the next platform, just drops further down. And then when he lands, like John Cena's about to kill Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah.
And when Bloodsport lands, he looks at John Cena and knows exactly what's going on. They got a little Mexican standoff, except they both shoot. And it was really nice, cool moment for the sake of being cool. It seems.
Yeah.
Right, but Idris Elba always pulls it off. It's just like, yeah, okay.
And I liked as well how they sort of like, that was a callback to beginning when John Cena goes, "Oh, I'll just have something small. My bullets would be smaller than your bullets to shoot through." Blah blah blah. And then, what did Bloodsport do? The exact thing that he said.
Yeah.
But
very cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's a very crazy film, right? But very enjoyable. More like, you know, when the Task Force X. I mean, they are a bunch of villains, right?
Yeah.
And Amanda Waller's like basically tended to come back, or the colors get blown.
Yeah.
And yeah, they like, you know what? We're just gonna save the world because now, you know, got rampaging kaiju now. So do what you want.
Yeah. It's like,
People need to be saved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and then Waller's about to blow them up, and then she gets attacked and then everyone pretends nothing happened.
Yeah, and I like how the people on her team were like, okay, Waller's going too far, and they rebelled to her, like, yeah, dude, you need to stop this kaiju, or they're all screwed, buddy.
Yeah.
And then that scene gets resolved in Peacemaker TV series as well. But yeah.
Yeah. Of these films we spoke about, I'd like to see. I mean, I would enjoy Suicide Squad again. I know that for a fact, right?
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Probably the most rewatchable ones out of all of these. But I would like to see Birds of Prey again.
Yeah, same. I've seen it. I think another 2 times, but not fully. Like I've come home and like my mum's watching it, and I'll like just watch it from wherever she watched it from. It's not like near the end, so I haven't seen it fully again. But I would like to see it fully again.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Shazam again.
Any films? Which of the current stack of DC films coming up are you looking forward to see? Let me. By the way, let me list them in case
Okay, cool.
In case you forget what they are, right? Okay, give me a second to find the list of films. There you go. Right. Black Adam, Shazam, Fear of the Gods, Aquaman, Lost Kingdom, The Flash.
Yeah.
I know they got Batgirl and some other films, but I think The Flash is going to be the end of this section of the films.
Because isn't The Flash going to come out this year, right?
I think I'll push back to 2003.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, and if the rumors are true, they're going to reset the universes or whatever, right? But I think Flash will conclude this section of something. By the way,
yeah,
we forgot to mention a cool moment in Suicide Squad 2006 when the Flash did make an appearance.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
But Captain Boomerang and just the Flash was like, yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah. So of these films, right? I'm looking for as much as I like Aquaman, and I think as much as I like Shazam, and I think Aquaman's going to be is cool. I want to see how The Rock does Black Adam because it's got the Justice Society in it.
Yeah.
And I want to know what multiversal shenanigans the Flash is going to end up being like, whether it's going to be a good film or not. Whether it's going to be like Doctor Strange and the madness of the multiverse or not, you know, just like, how are they going to do the film rather than if it's going to be good?
Yeah. Black Adam is a curious one for me because I want to see how he goes from good guy to bad guy in one film because you know that's obviously going to happen, right? Because it's The Rock.
Sorry?
No, like with Black Adam, I'm curious to see how they're going to go from him being a good guy to bad guy in one film. Because that's going to happen.
Well, The Rock, as a character, The Rock, right, is a charismatic bully.
Yeah.
So, yes, he can. I mean, of all people that can do it, Dwayne Johnson can do it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see how, story-wise, they do it.
I think it's just going to be... the most straightforward thing is like, he starts being... trying to do it for the people, right? As The Rock does. Right? I'm not templating off The Rock. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
That's a Black Adam character. And then the power gets to you to the point where you have to keep in control.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it. First of all, things start going wrong, but then people start, and you have to keep it all right. But the best way to keep it right is to keep a blanket control over everything, and therefore, you start crossing lines.
Yeah.
Because then you start turning respect into fear to keep them in line, and then you've got to retarget the people that are worse than you to realign yourself and soften your stance to realign yourself back into good. I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but that's the nature of Black Adam character. He's very like Vegeta.
Yeah.
And Vegeta's only good because he ended up fighting Frieza.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just waiting to see how they. I don't know. It's going to be a. I'm just curious to see how it's going to be. Am I looking forward to it? Not really.
What's okay?
Like, it's a Rock film. It's like I'm calling it a Rock. It's a Dwayne Johnson film, and I'll see it no matter what.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do Black Adam how Black Adam is normally done. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna make him like a sympathetic sort of. He's not really a bad
No,
guy.
I think that's kind of the more modernized nature of Black Adam is.
Yeah, I know, but like,
yeah,
they're gonna like throw that in your face, like, oh, he's not really a bad guy. He hasn't actually killed anyone who was good. All the people he's killed were bad. So, you know what I mean?
We'll see. We'll see how far they take it. That's because he's going to be fighting the Justice Society here.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those a normal comic book superhero misunderstanding thing. You can tell it's got to be that.
No. I think it's more like, I mean, he's got to go bad, then turn good.
Yeah, he won't be bad for long. Because I'll bet you any money, his backstory is going to be like 20 minutes. I could bet you that now. It's not going to be as long as we think it should be.
I think his backstory would be similar to when he was the Scorpion King, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking forward to Shazam?
Yeah, I'm looking for Shazam.
More than Black Adam?
Yeah, more than Black Adam.
Okay.
Because Black Adam, you can't really know what's going to happen anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like predicted what's going to happen. Shazam, it's a fresh story, so you don't really know what is going to really happen. So, gives you that surprise element, so I'm happy with that.
What about Aquaman?
Aquaman... Yeah, because I don't know nothing about anything to do with the sequel. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well.
That's what I'm saying with Aquaman. It's like, I don't know enough about it to have a strong opinion either way.
Yeah.
But Momoa is always fun.
Yeah. And I kind of like films better where I don't know where it's sort of going.
Yeah. Well, like, to have an idea at least, but then, yeah.
Yeah.
If I deliberately avoid it, it's like, surprise me. Go ahead and surprise me, because that's what I want. I don't want to know everything.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Is there any other ones?
Yeah, The Flash.
Oh, The Flash. Yeah, I just want to see how much... Actually, I don't know if I care about The Flash anymore at this point, because it's been put back so many times. I've just kind of stopped caring.
Are you curious to see how...
Slightly.
What they're going to do and how they're going to do it, or you just think it's going to be like a bit of a mess?
No, I'm quite excited. I want to see where they go with it, as as both the Batmen are in it and Supergirl and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm quite intrigued to see where that goes, and if they do somehow do some weird reset to the universe, and it includes these people. I'll quite see where that goes.
I'm more intrigued than how the hell they think they're going to pull something like this off.
Yeah. That's what I want to... That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a flop? Is it not? We'll see. It probably won't be a flop. It may be I don't think it'll be a confusing mess either.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, who knows? They have tricked me many times at this point.
I don't know. It could be good. It could be really good. It could. We don't have enough. I'm not saying don't have enough information, but it's more like it might work. It might not work. I don't even know if Doctor Strange will work. I'm not hearing anything about that. So
yeah. I would like to see though if they pull a random little cameo with Grant Gustus as his Flash bear in that one, like.
I think then they filmed the stuff with Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Huh?
They filmed it for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, I wonder if they'll make a random, like, other crossover.
Yeah, I think no. But what I'm saying is, I think that's going to be inserted into the Flash film.
Oh, I thought they'll do something.
No, look, it only makes sense if it is, right?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Or he'll disappear for a section. Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, they could insert that film because he's going to be traveling around wherever, anyways. And if it happens at the same time as Crisis on Infinite Earths is happening, well, okay, you know.
Yeah. Well, they might just
It would have been more fun, by the way. It would have been more fun if you got the other Flashes making an appearance in this movie, like as in Jay Garrick with John Wesley Shipp as Jay Garrick, as Barry Allen, and then you have Grant Gustin as Barry Allen in this as well. But they've already done that in Crisis on Infinite Earths, so I don't think you know.
Because I think like if we'd done it with Grant Gustin, that could sort of work. You're like, hey, it's you again. Like, yeah, it is. Hi.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
You're the Flash now as well. Yeah, I'm the Flash too. And that sort of because remember,
just like a tag at the end of that one.
Yeah. But I'll see it. I'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, that's us concluding this episode, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. I'm the man who wishes to be like you because you're superpowered. See what, John?
Okay. And I am the crossbow killer, Kyle Charles. And I'd like to thank you all for listening to another episode of Trip Around the Multiverse. Like always, please let us please like and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Send us some reviews. Share this podcast with your friends and family. And let us know what your favorite DC films are up until this point, and if you are looking forward to any of the future ones that are coming out. And and after that, I'd just like to thank you all for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Volko! Come on, he needs our help.
We can't. Look, the people must bear witness.
That trident doesn't change what you are. Half-breed bastard. Atlantis will never accept you as its king. Well then, my bloodshed. Do the gods make known their will?